Speaking of fishing, Dan, I want to ask you, since you started working at DuPage County Forest Preserve, even as a ranger, have you had any issues with invasive species of fish? And how did you handle it?
Well, yes, absolutely. One of the worst, of course, is I would go back to the mussel, actually, just because it really destroys a whole ecosystem, and that's the zebra mussel.
Yep.
Even more than I know, people are probably familiar with the carp. Carp's been around a long time, and most people are going to know that one. But the zebra mussel, a little bit newer, but just devastating. It looks nice because it cleans the whole lake, and it's like, wow, this lake is crystal clear, but we need algae. We need some fogginess. We need some different things than that for different habitat. And for our, macro and micro invertebrate to eat, and it eats everything. So we have had some very destructive invasive species, whether they be fish or mussel, and we've worked hard to continue to keep the levels low on carp, to introduce our native species. And again, we've actually had some success limiting the zebra mussel, but we're concerned, and we ask fishermen to clean their materials because they're very, very small, almost microscopic. And
that's small. Okay.
Yeah. When they're new, and that's how they travel so easily, is people don't even know they're, moving from lake to lake. So wash your materials in between. If you have a boat, we ask you to power wash it at the bottom because they hold on tight. So that's how serious it is with the zebra mussels. And so I know that's one of the ones that I'm sure our natural resources team would want me to mention, because we have a lot of signs up about, please clean your materials, your bait, as you mentioned, different things that people put in the water, and then take out of the water, and they don't realize it, but there's actually, microorganisms on there. And, and again, it's quite dangerous because if they get a toehold, they can really clean out a lake, and a lot of the other species die, unfortunately.